You ever notice how everyone gets motivated around December 30th? You see people getting new journals, gym memberships, like people getting or planning new budgets and stuff like that. Everything popping like white flowers after the rain. But here's the thing, the people actually win in the new year starts before everyone else. And if you're watching this video, consider this a head start because we are 57 days or even less, depending on when you're going to watch this video, before 2026 even begins. So this video is definitely going to be raw. It's me sharing what I'm definitely going to be doing before the new year begins. So it's not about perfection, it's about momentum. Because before everyone even starts getting ready, you are already set, you're already in motion. But starting isn't the hardest part. Consistency is, because if you keep waiting for the calendar to keep, giving us permission on when to go or how to go, we are gonna keep starting the year over and over and over again, and that's not really gonna move us forward. So instead of waiting for January before we start doing the things we want to do, let's start building the runway now. So the goal is to make the first week of 2026 feel like week 12 and not week 1. So here's the first step. Describe what ahead means to you. What will you be proud of by March 2026? Maybe finally start building that brand. Maybe you start that business. Maybe it's about saving a specific amount of money each month. Maybe it's about going for your fitness. You'll be consistent in going for your gym memberships and stuff in order to be fit. You get the point. Don't just write vague goals like I want to be successful, I want to be consistent. Describe the scene. Okay, what does your day look like when the goal is real? How do you feel waking up to that version of you? For example, I feel great because I have been reading this book consistently on a daily, at least 5 pages every day. Describe the scene, okay? Describe the scene of how you want the version of you to be. Don't just write videos like I'm reading this book. Just being consistent. Consistent with what? So I hope you get the point here. Because clarity creates direction. So describe how your everyday looks like to you and work towards it. Don't just be vague. Don't just create vague goals. Okay, so now you know where you're going. Let's find out what is actually slowing us down. Okay, what's actually slowing you down? So you have to ask yourself this question: what am I still doing that no longer serves me? What habits or people are draining or slowing down my energy? What commitments do I keep out of guilt instead of growth? So this is your 57 days of audit, and you don't have to rush anything. You just have to notice and be aware of yourself and your environment and know what to keep, what to remove as well. Because awareness is the first act of discipline. Think of your life this way. It's just like a suitcase. Before you pack the things that you need for your new trip or for your next trip, you need to unpack the things that you do not need. Okay, so that is exactly what we are talking about right here. Unpack the things that no longer serves you, and leave the things that is for your growth that will help you get to where you want to be. So unpack properly for the new year. Okay. So here is the fun part, deciding what to keep. So instead of obsessing about what you should stop doing, why not focus on what's actually working? What are the routines that make you feel alive, make you come alive, make you feel organized and peaceful? What daily habits brings the small wins? Because people who are consistent, they are not superhumans. They you know, they work or they double down on things that are working for them. So find out what is the thing that's actually working for you and keep them. Double down on them, okay? Like I said, people who are consistent are in superwoman. They just keep doing the right things on repeat. Motivation fades, but system system stays. So instead of saying I'll be consistent, why not set rules that make success feel automatic? Like for example, why not set the time for your gym lessons? Why not add it into your calendar, into your meetings, like make it feel like it's a meeting you are going for. You get, schedule your gym sections in your calendar like meetings. Prepare your content, prepare your meals like a day before or a Sunday before the week, depending on how you go with your meal plans or how you go with your content. Like you should plan your contents the week before the coming week, like the weekend before the coming weeks, depending on what works for you or going with what works for you. Automate your savings and your reminders in your calendar. So things doesn't just go based on your mood. So all these stuffs won't go based on your mood. Maybe you feel like I want to save. I don't want to save today. And so you won't definitely take out the cash that you know the specific amount of money that you know that you should save a particular week or a particular month. So automate your savings, automate your reminders so that it doesn't rely on your moods. You get the point. The thing there, you're not lazy. So we are just being humans, but systems are how humans can outsmart procrastination. Okay. So I believe you must have heard of return of investments. Yeah. But right now, let's talk about return of energy. So you know that every tax, every person, or every habit is either draining you or is either fueling your energy. You get it? So you know that we can actually create time to reflect on ourselves and our actions. So this is something I would like you to do. Create a two column list. And on the left you have give energy and on the right we have drains energy. So in each week, ensure that you do more of fill your days with more of what gives you energy and less of what drains your energy. You get. So obviously if you have friends that always drain your energy every week, you have to stay, not that you ignore your friends and stop talking to your friends, but if you spend more time with people that drain your energy, you need to now spend less time with those kind of people and spend more time with people that ignite your passion, people that fuels your energy, people that are there to when you're with them you are inspired to do a lot of things. So fill your days by staying with such people that gives you energy that fuels your energy. So as the week goes by, aim to fill your days with more of the first, which is give energy and less of the second. Because when you stop, procrastinating, when you stop giving excuses, you start becoming whom you want to be. So aim to fill your weeks with more of the first and less of the second, more of the first, which is give energy, and less of the second, because there's something we need to understand about productivity. Productivity isn't about doing more, it's about protecting your power, it's about protecting your energy. So here's where guests will choose 3 to 5 negotiables that define your best self, that you are willing to stay committed to the end of the year. Maybe it's journaling every morning, maybe it's reading before bed, maybe it's your own kind of self-care, maybe it's creating content 3 times a week, maybe it's hitting the gym 4 times a week. But let's be realistic. Some people hit the gym once a week, twice a week. So just do what works for you, okay? Whatever it is, just make it standard. Don't make it to be like every day you wake up, you're thinking of I'm gonna read today. I will try and read today. I will try and create content today. I will try to save today. Like make it like to become a part of you, that you keep doing it. You stay committed to it. You stay locked in on it. Because when you stop negotiating with your excuses, you start becoming whom you want to be. So here's your challenge. You've got 57 days or even less until 2026. So use it to test run habits, mindset, routines that you want to master in the new year. Because come to think of it, January shouldn't feel like a beginning. It should feel like a continuation. Because the difference between new year, new me and next level, same me is what you choose to keep doing, is what you choose to stay committed to starting today. So if you want to start 2026 ahead of everyone else, you need to start today. Anyone can quit or start something new on January 1st. But the real ones, there are those who have tried things and discovered what's worth keeping and what needs to stay away so that they can continue having that staying power and follow through. That's how you can follow through so you can crush your goals in the new year. And that's it for this video. If you need help, staying focused, if you need help staying organized or even leveling up, click on this video right here. And don't forget to share, like, subscribe if you haven't. And I'll see you in the next video. Stay blessed.